Hey guys, so we're going to do another video today about just packing a bag and what stuff you need to take and what you can leave behind. Um, we spoke in the last video about what kind of trip we're going to do, and if you're going to do a beach holiday, you can literally go with the minimum possible, because nobody in any of those resorts is dressing up for anything particular. Maybe in Phuket there's a few slightly more fancy restaurants, but generally speaking most people don't want to go to that. Most hotels are very relaxed about what you wear to dinner, and if you've got one of those packages that you get food as well. So really and truly, I find the longer you're going for, the less you need to take, and that's simply because there are laundrettes everywhere. Like literally everybody washes clothes, and they do a good job, and it's really really cheap. So my personal packing, which will last me for 3 months, is 4 pairs of shorts, about 6 t-shirts. I will wear a pair of jeans and a light jacket over the top of a t-shirt for the actual flight, and I will wear probably my oldest pair of trainers or sneakers, whatever I've got, which I'm basically going to be throwing away, because I'll buy a new pair in the first couple of days while I'm there. You walk a lot, you want a brand new pair to walk around in, and they're so cheap. They do like knockoffs and whatnot, so you can just get a really really cheap pair which will last you just for the time you're there, and when you got back you've got your own collection of sneakers or whatever anyway, so you don't need to think about, oh no, I've got to, you can just leave them behind, give them to someone. So yeah, like there's not really a lot that's required. As I say, 4 pairs of shorts, 6 t-shirts. I will put all the chargers that I need for my phones, a couple of adaptable worldwide sockets, the plugs that you just plug into the wall and anything fits into. And I'm forced to take a laptop, which I don't want to do, but it's a Mac, so it's like a kilo. I should end up taking about 7 or 8 kilos in a bag, which I think is like plenty. Bangkok has everything. Like, you don't have to worry about forgetting stuff. Things like toiletries, I don't buy them simply because I do generally travel around a lot. So when I arrive, I'll go to 7-Eleven. Most of the flights I get, they give you a toothbrush if you ask them, and then a lot of people don't actually do this. But if you ask on the aeroplane, most flights that do long haul give you toothbrushes, toothpaste, shaving cream, razors. You can get all your toiletries on the plane for free, and they give you that. And sometimes eye masks and earplugs, also slippers. So you can get those things while you're on the plane, so you don't actually need to take them through. There's nothing worse than faffing about with that plastic bag. So yeah, just straight through, and again there's none of that queuing at the terminal so that you can put a bag through. I just want a bag on my shoulder. I just want to walk straight through, and make life easy. And if you've decided on doing one of those trips which involves flying around a little bit, like say Bangkok to Chiang Mai to Krabi, you'll kind of be really happy to have a very very light backpack, and you'll realize very very quickly that you don't need half the stuff that you've decided to bring. I've seen people pack bags of so much stuff and then just never use any of it. Maybe there might be a thing for like hair curlers and stuff like that, but that's not particularly heavy, so you can probably get away with those bits. It's very doable, and as I say, anything extra that you need you can get in Bangkok, or you can even go to like the hair salons and let them do stuff that you need to. If you want to straighten your hair, they'll do it. Like, it's like a quick process. Like, you'll go in and they'll straighten your hair for you. It's not like here where everything's so expensive that it's like you have to do it yourself to save money. There you can just go and get it done, and half the time you're just on the beach and doing whatever, so why would you really care that much about it? Like, you can wear what you like. Like, there's very little that you need for a beach holiday. So yeah, I would say take as little as possible. Bring a little bit of extra spending money, because you will see stuff that you like. I do it every year. Like, I'll spot a t-shirt and just think, oh, you know what, I want that. And so I've got a few old t-shirts in the bag, and I just replace them. I'll give the t-shirt to like one of the cleaning staff or whatever I leave behind, I just generally give to someone. They'll know somebody who wants it. And so yeah, you can kind of almost get like a few new things. One thing that I will recommend is going to Uniqlo. They are different to the stuff that we have here, and it's designed specifically for Thai humidity and Thai heat. They have these t-shirts called Aeroform, I think they're called, and like they literally just breathe. You know, you feel really cool. You know, like and I mean that in a not fashionable way, just in a temperature. Like you just, I don't know. It's somehow it just works. It's far better than English cotton t-shirts, which don't, you know, they make you sweat and you're kind of hot. And they've just got clothes designed for the humidity there, which is really really good. Very cheap. There's Uniqlo everywhere. You know, there's malls everywhere. One section of Chitlom's got like basically 10 Selfridges next door to each other, and then a tiny little cheaper locals one just around the corner. So you can get everything. In fact, the guys who own those malls actually bought Selfridges now, so they'll probably turn that into an even better mall than it already is. Shopping there is way better than in London. Just in size alone, that they have malls that are specific for certain things. Like if you want camera stuff, go and buy it. There's 5 floors of camera shops and accessories and everything that's there. If you want collectibles like Pokemon or Gundam or remote control cars or anything kind of electronic-y, even PlayStations, even fake PlayStations, which has got like every game of every console for like 50 quid or whatever. They have everything, so you can just go into those malls for specific stuff, or you can just go to the general ones. They have all the top designers. There's so many of the Chinese tourists now come over for like weekends because it's a very very short flight. They get tax-free shopping in Louis Vuitton. They're buying up all the really cool designer stuff, iPhones. They used to go to Hong Kong for this, but now they get a better deal in Thailand. Thailand is the #1 tourist destination in the world. And so it's just cheaper to just come there, buy all your clothes, buy your iPhone, and then go back tax-free, you know, so everything's available there. So yeah, really and truly, there's not a lot you need to plan for. In fact, I would say whatever you're planning on taking, cut it in half. You don't need it. And if you do need something, you can get it there very, very cheaply. So yeah, simple things, you know, like some flat shoes. Like honestly, the streets are really, really bumpy in a lot of places, so if you're the kind of person who likes to wear heels, you might not enjoy walking around in them very much. You'll pretty much be going hotel, taxi to wherever your destination is. You won't want to walk to a BTS in heels. It's just not comfortable. Yeah, and if you do want to buy clothes, I know people keep saying things like, oh, but like Thai people are small, like will they have my size, you know, like, and like it's almost exactly the same as London. If you're like 6'8", yeah, okay, you might have an issue, but then you're going to have an issue in London too. But generally, a size 8 is a small, a size 10 is a medium, a size 12 is a large. And for men, I find occasionally some brands, if you're going to buy something, their normal sort of fit is a slim fit on me. So it would be a normal fit for Thai people, but it would be a slim fit on me, just where I'm just slightly bigger, I guess, or fatter. I don't know, however you want to look at it. So yeah, like you don't need anything particularly. All you need is essentials. Basically stuff you'd leave your house with. Money, passport, phones, that's it, bank card. That's pretty much it, and your key, you know. And then if you need anything on the way, then you know you can just buy it. So yeah, don't think too heavily about packing. In fact, try and limit yourself to as little as possible. Make your life really easy. Suitcase, unless you're really planning on bringing stuff back, which again I would advise, get your small backpack and go over, and then when you're about to leave, then buy a suitcase and fill it up, and then take that back with you. I mean, you know, makes sense. It's going to be very cheap to buy a suitcase as well, very very cheap. So yeah, like yeah, pretty much my advice is don't do much. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about the airport, and I've got to tell you, I have one trick, Actually, I have a couple, but one trick I'm going to tell you about Bangkok Airport will change every single person who watches this live. It is honestly, I've seen Thai people who don't know this trick, and there are people who travel all the time. And there's one way that you can save the most amount of time. It's insanely good. And it's just never mentioned anywhere. No one seems to know it, but then no one walks around airports like I do, looking in every corner. I found all the secret street food courts. So yeah, there's lots of stuff about the airport, which I'm going to do in the next video. So hopefully this has been a little bit helpful. There's not really a lot I can say about packing, but you know, at least you know that when you get there, everything is available. And yeah, so okay, I'll see you next time when we talk about the airport.